So soft. 10 out of 10, ridiculous. We put a lot of things in muffins, especially fruit, but there's one fruit that I feel like we never put in muffins, and that's strawberries. And I really don't understand why, because strawberries are so amazing. How about a strawberry muffin? So today I'm gonna be making delicious strawberry muffins using my favorite muffin base, and I'm gonna be adding a little bit of vanilla extract in there to complement the strawberries. It's a really, really good muffin, and Eric may have eaten like a half dozen in a sitting. So that explains it. It all starts off with muffin tins. If you don't have muffin tins, I highly recommend getting them. These are non-stick. I use them all the time. They're my go-tos, but you can also use the little aluminum foil cups and then put a paper cup around it. When you use these tins, all you need to do is just pop the paper right into the tin. If your tin is not a non-stick, definitely grease it. And of course, I ran out of the fun ones, so I have to use the dud. I hate this design. So this recipe makes about 16 to 18 muffins. I like them a little bigger, so I'm gonna do 16 muffins. I have my dry ingredients ready to go. I have some all-purpose flour in a big, big bowl. And then I have sugar. Give me some sugar. I'm gonna add the sugar right in there. One of my big things about muffins is finding the right balance of being sweet enough, but not being just like so cloyingly sweet. And I think these muffins have the perfect sweetness. They're not too sweet, but just sweet enough. And then I have some baking powder, and that's gonna make our muffins rise. It's gonna make them nice and cakey. And then I'm just going to take a whisk, and I'm going to whisk together my dry ingredients until they're nicely combined. You can also use one of those fancy sifts that you see in a bakery, but I don't have one. So the key to muffins is we have our dry ingredients, and then you're going to separately mix together our wet ingredients and then add them together so you're not over mixing your batter. That is so important for nice and tender muffins. So I have some melted butter, and it's quite a bit. It's 2 sticks. Pop that right in there. I have some whole milk, and you really don't want your butter to be like really, really scorchingly hot. So let it cool a little bit, because we're gonna be adding eggs into this wet ingredient mixture, and you don't want the eggs to curdle because of the hot butter. So definitely add your milk first, because it's a little bit cooler. I have some vanilla extract. I love vanilla extract in this recipe. It just makes your muffins a little bit more complex. You can also use almond extract. Almonds and strawberries are really like wonderful together, but I also like the vanilla extract. That's my favorite. And then I got some eggs. Make sure there's no shells. A shell surprise is not a good one. You don't want the crunch. And then wash your hands. So our wet ingredients are in a mixer. You can also do this by hand and really get your wrist going, but you want to lightly beat this mixture until it's nicely combined. You don't want to go crazy so it splashes, but you do want all of those ingredients to combine and lightly beat. Okay, so our wet ingredients are all mixed together. It might look a little weird and chunky. It's just because there's some warm butter meeting the colder milk, and it just kind of like makes a funny mixture, but it's not a problem. Don't be scared. So I have my dry ingredients, and I'm going to add all the dry ingredients right into my wet ingredients. I'm gonna pop this attachment right on the paddle, which is good for like cakes and muffins and stuff. And then I'm going to put that right in. You can also do this by hand with just a spoon, and you want to turn your mixer on and just let it go until it's just combined. Don't overmix. Okay, our mixture is ready. It's the perfect muffin mix. And then I have our strawberries, the stars of the show. I actually just got these from the local farm stand. Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. They were just picked this morning. They're just sliced strawberries. You're gonna add them right in, and then you can either do this by hand or just turn your mixer on very, very low and just let them mix in. Don't let them squish. And that's good. It's only like 5 seconds of mixing. You just want them to just start mixing in, but you don't want them to squish. So I'm just going to pop this off, catch some of the stray batter, and then I'm gonna work on putting my batter into my muffin tins. So you're gonna do a nice scoop, and you wanna fill each one of these cups about 3/4 of the way. Now it's time to wait. I want a hot muffin now. So you're going to preheat your oven to 375, and then you're gonna bake your muffins for 20 to 25 minutes. And if you want, at about 6 to 8 minutes into the baking process, you can take some turbinado sugar, which is just very, very coarse sugar that it has kind of like a molasses taste. It's very similar to brown sugar. And just sprinkle it on the top of your muffins, and it'll give it that extra little crunch on the top. It's totally up to you. I'll see you in about 20 to 25. Don't cut your muffins at home. Unless they're really hot, and they're gonna burn your hand because you can't wait for them to cool. Look at that. Oh, so soft. Look at how soft. The strawberries, the top has the turbinado sugar on the top. Okay. I'm forking it because it's hot. Get these muffins out of my house. If I have these here, they'll be gone by tomorrow morning. 10 out of 10. Ridiculous. Check it out on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it. I can't. I want to make a salmonella joke so badly. No, just keep going. I'm all squeaky clean, salmonella free. Eric said I shouldn't say that. I wanted to make my salmonella joke.